Canada has struck a firm tone on its trade policy this weekend, as Prime Minister Mark Carney ruled out any plan for a free trade agreement with China, even after a stark warning from former U.S. President Donald Trump that Canada could face crippling tariffs if it deepened its economic ties with Beijing. The issue traces back to recent negotiations between Ottawa and Beijing to resolve tariff disputes on a range of goods. While Canada has adjusted certain duties, particularly on electric vehicles and agricultural products, officials stressed these moves are limited in scope and do not constitute a comprehensive free trade deal. Under the terms of the North American Trade Pact with the U.S. and Mexico, Canada must notify its partners before pursuing trade agreements with non-market economies, a category that includes China. Carney reiterated that Canada has no intention of pursuing such a pact with Beijing or any similar economy. The tension escalated when Donald Trump took to social media on Saturday, threatening to impose a 100% tariff on Canadian exports if Ottawa moved forward with a full trade agreement with China. In his posts, Trump sharply criticized the idea of Canada becoming a drop-off port for Chinese goods headed into the U.S. market, and warned that Beijing could harm Canada's economy if given the chance. Though Trump's language was stark, Canada's leaders pushed back by clarifying that no broad deal has been negotiated or planned. Instead, they framed recent engagement with China as a targeted effort to stabilize trade in specific sectors, not a sweeping commercial pact. In 2024, in step with Washington, Canada imposed a 100% tariff on Chinese-made electric vehicles and 25% tariff on steel and aluminum. China responded with similar duties on key Canadian exports, including canola oil and pork. During a recent visit to Beijing, Ottawa negotiated a partial easing of those tariffs. A capped number of Chinese electric vehicles can now enter Canada at a reduced rate, and in return, Beijing cut tariffs on some Canadian agricultural products. Carney described this arrangement as a stabilization measure, not a shift in core trade policy. The dispute comes amid evolving global trade dynamics, where countries are balancing partnerships with both China and long-standing allies like the United States. For Canada, maintaining strong ties with Washington, particularly under the North American Trade Agreement framework, remains a priority, even as economic relations with China grow in complexity.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.